In the name of Almighty Allah, who is most beneficent and merciful to us, through this series of dissemination of sharing legal knowledge, I am going to discuss a very significant and important judgment rendered by Division Bench of the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan in a matter wherein a learned judicial magistrate was issued a show cause notice to explain his position pertaining to dereliction of duty and lack of legal knowledge which was taken into notice by the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan in an appeal titled Asfandiar versus the State, and that appeal was bearing number 259 of 2018. And certainly irretrievable loss occurred to the prosecution case, which was based upon whole the circumstantial evidence, including the test identification parade which was conducted by the learned judicial magistrate after the arrest of the accused in jail, in Kot Lakhpat Jail, Lahore, back in 2009. Although the accused Asfandiar, along with some other accused person, was tried by the learned Anti-Terrorism Code, Lahore, and his accused person was acquitted. However, to the extent of that Asfandiar, he was extended benefit by the trial court to the extent of applicability of section 365A PPC as well as 201 Pakistan Penal Code, which is regarding abduction for ransom and screening out the evidence respectively. But regarding offence under section 302 PPC as well as section 7 of the Anti-Terrorism Act, he was awarded death penalty on 2 counts for causing the murder of the deceased of the case Adil Butt. When he preferred his appeal before the Honorable Lahore High Court, the said appellant was acquitted under section 7 of the Anti-Terrorism Act 1997, but for section 302 PPC his death was reduced into life imprisonment. In this backdrop, after grant of leave, the appeal of the Asfandiar Wall was taken up by the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan, and he was acquitted from the charges for that remaining offence under section 302 PPC as well, and the matter was culminated. During the hearing of that very appeal, it was noticed by the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan that the then learned judicial magistrate, since was not aware of the legal proposition during the discharge of his duties, so he committed serious dereliction of duties, and which is also indicative of the fact that he was not aware of the requisite legal knowledge while carrying on the test identification parade, which ultimately extended benefit to the appellant, and irretrievable damage was caused to the prosecution case. Ultimately, the benefit in form of acquittal was extended by the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan to this appellant. In result thereof, the show cause notice was issued to the learned judicial magistrate, and he was summoned in the court in the year 2019, through this separate miscellaneous proceedings, which have referred the number of the same, he submitted his written statement highlighting about his inexperience at that relevant time. According to his version, he had just started his career after appearing in the competitive exam and was not having in his credit LLB degree as well, and this was the first kind of experience for him to perform the duty of to carrying on test identification parade of any accused persons. In this whole scenario, when he tendered his written kind of apology, and at the same time he not only narrated about his family circumstances, his family status, his responsibility of his families and his siblings and his children, but also put himself at the mercy of the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan in a very temperate and humble manner. Consequently, the Honorable Supreme Court was gracious enough and showing empathy and compassion, accepted his explanation, and those proceedings were dropped. In taking advantage of this very opportunity in the background of the peculiar features of the case, the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan also referred here that prior to during the hearing of the appeal, referred about the esteemed judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan, almost 8 in numbers, out of which 3 judgments were also in the field in the year 2009. Those were prior to 2009, whereas 5 were rendered by the Honorable different benches of the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan in identical sort of cases. But the moot point, which was that normally what irregularity which is grave in nature is committed by the magistrates who conduct the test identification parade, they can conduct the same of more than 2 accused persons in a joint manner, whereas it is the dictum of the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan expounded in the previous years, which is holding the field nowadays as well, certainly, that when this grave, it is causing justice, and due to this marriage of whereas it is incumbent upon the magistrate who conducts the test identification parade that should have been not only held in jail but separate if the accused persons are 2 or more. Taking into consideration this peculiar feature, it has also been observed by the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan with reference to mainly a judgment, earlier judgment, which was although rendered by the Honorable Lahore High Court, reported in 1989 Pakistan Criminal Law Journal, page 2227, in case titled Muhammad Yaqub and other, and the said celebrated judgment on the whole mode and manner of test identification parade in the light of the High Court Rules and Order Volume 3 as contemplated therein, that what precautionary measures should have been taken by the magistrate while conducting the test identification parade, which is also relevant to be, since the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan has also fortified itself with reference to the judgment reported of the Honorable Lahore High Court reported in Pakistan Criminal Laws in 1989, page 2227, whereas some basic principles have firstly been highlighted regarding the significance of the identification page. It has been observed and it has also been noticed by the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan through different esteemed judgments that the testimony of the identification parade is just corroborative in nature and cannot be deemed to be a substantive piece of evidence. Certainly this sort of evidence is required where the accused and culprit, one or more, are completely stranger to the witnesses who at some stage after their arrest were identified in the presence under the supervision of the learned magistrate who conduct the test identification parade. It has also been a peculiar principle has also been laid down that it is, as a matter of fact, this kind of testimony is not the testimony of the witness, rather it is the testimony of the senses of the witness, because whether he is possessed with a sharp memory or he has got a weak memory, what is basically his pickup of mind, because normally when an occurrence being committed by a stranger accused, when viewed by some person witnesses who are not knowing him, I have said the accused is completely a stranger person and unknown persons to them. So, and certainly when this type of occurrence takes place, it is not in a calm manner. It is the person is very much confused, terrified, and at the same time his state of mind cannot be construed to be that of a normal person, and eventually and occurrence which take place all of a sudden at the spur of moment. But what was the time at whether it was a daytime or night time, what was the source of identification, whether lights were available. So this is the basically this is the background in which, however, for conducting the test identification parade, a guideline has been again reiterated by the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan. The Honorable judgment was also fortified from the judgment of the Lahore High Court Supra, in which some precautionary measures in a kind of guidelines have been provided for the magistrates who are assigned this wondrous duty and task to supervise the whole process of the identification. So in this respect, the foremost which was taken into consideration by the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan in the light of the cited judgments as well as other judgments, I have already stated about the fact that the most damaging situation which normally has been taken into consideration by the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan while hearing the appeals, that the main irregularity and illegality is committed by the magistrates when they carry on with joint, if the accused, as I have said, accused are two or more, then the joint identification, which is absolutely neither permissible nor is acceptable should be acceptable to the trial court. What to talk of when the matter is taken up for hearing of the accused person at the appellate stage. In this regard, it has been again regarding precautionary measures, because as emphasis has been laid upon the memory, which certainly fade away with the passage of time. A person is not in a position, and his vision, who has seen the occurrence of committing by some unknown person, and later on when was arrested. So that vision blurred away, with the fade away and blurred away. Secondly, after the arrest of the accused, the test identification parade should have been conducted at the earliest, because the accused is arrested and he is unknown, and he has to go through that identification test by the witnesses who had stated in the original FIR that some unknown persons have committed the offence, whatever, dacoity, robbery or murder, as the case may be. So they be kept in, the accused be kept in judicial custody till the actual date of the test identification parade, so that they should remain separate, and no opportunity and occasion arises for the witness to see them during the course of, not only during the course of investigation, but at the time of bringing them in the court when the trial has commenced. And so whenever the accused persons are on physical remand, their faces be covered with a mask or cloth when they are produced before the magistrate, for another magistrate who is regulating the period of the physical remand, or as the case may be, even if they have gone on judicial remand in some other case. The other precautionary measures which is ignored, the identification parade shall not be conducted in the police station, or rather in jail. That jail is the appropriate place where they be kept till the process of that identification test identification period is completed. The magistrate, when the magistrate is going to conduct the test identification period, he satisfy himself from the collection of that data, when he was arrested, in which case originally he was arrested, what evidence has been is available again, because this is also piece of evidence, another piece of evidence which is besides the rest of other evidence which has been collected by the investigating officer of the case during the course of investigation, and when the accused has to face the trial before the then magistrate who had conducted the test identification period shall also depose in the court as a witness of test identification period. Although it is also to be observed that this is a very significant precautionary measure which has to be taken by the magistrate, that when they visit the jail for conducting the test identification parade, so they should be having the resemblance of those, including the suspect who are being identified, then will be identified by the witness, and they are with the ratio of 9 or 10 for one. So if there are as many as accused person are more than 2, and for one, which is said to be the one separate test identification period for one accused person, but for completion of the same, 9 or 10 dummies, out of which then the witness would be in a position to pick up the real culprit, he, A, B, C, D, and this one is the. Similarly, as far as I have said, this has been noticed by the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan through the principle of stare decisis, and the much of the case law is available on precedent, available on record, where in time to time these guidelines have been provided. Isolation be observed by witness. There should not be any access to the witness who has to identify the accused in the jail to rule out this possibility that any innocent person may not be mistakenly identified. So because the accused is the stranger and unknown to the witness, so this precautionary would also be applicable if the accused who has to undergo the test identification parade. On the same analogy, witness who has to identify that accused in jail through the test identification parade should also be kept away from the accused. So he should not have the access to see him in the police or during the remand or at different stages. And that's why the investigating officers of the case, they must not just to show their efficiency should not observe these sort of procedure. Magistrate should not. It has also been postulated in the judgments referred by the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan in the instant case, the case under discussion, that the magistrate should not should not sit as a spectator. They have to be very cautious. They have to be very careful. They have to be very vigilant, because they are going to accomplish a very sacred task, and that should have been in accordance with the case law and the High Court rules and orders and all the rules governing the procedure and mechanism of test identification parade. So they have to be very careful on this score. Before starting the identification parade, they must record the particulars of the dummies, their names, their parentage, their residence, what are their credentials, so that the proper record would be maintained. Because when for instance, a person who is the suspect and is undergoing the test identification parade, and through the witness who had seen him, there should not be any that should not be a formality, that as far as out of those 9 or 10 dummies, and if the real culprit has been picked up by the witness in the presence of the supervising magistrate, so the particulars should it has also been observed by the Honorable Superior Courts through the various judgments that if the accused is raising any objection, that should also be brought on record by the magistrate. What is his objections? So he may say that he has been shown to these witnesses prior in time before conducting the test identification parade, and this is just a mockery of law, and evidence has been created, whereas no preventive measures were taken by the investigating officer during the course of investigation, and so he has been let's say he has been grilled in this very case due to his arrest in some other case, and he has no concern whatsoever with this occurrence. So similarly, it has been noticed that where a witness has correctly identified an accused person, the magistrate is also empowered to put any question to the accused in this regard, whether or to the particularly to the witness who has actually identified the accused person, whether he is a friend of the foe, or what is his connection, so that the demeanor of the witness could be ascertained, because he is a truthful witness and he is the also actual witness who had seen this accused while committing the offence, and in what capacity he was a genuine person, he was a truthful person, he was a man of integrity, he is honest. So this should also be, a magistrate must satisfy himself, particularly in that case where the witness is going to identify and pick up a person who is correctly. And same is the situation when wrongly a person is being picked up as an accused, then further precautionary measures have to be taken. So fair conduct of the is required to record in his report all the precautionary measures taken. This should also be the part of that very report. He has carefully taken into consideration the precautionary measures so that any innocent person may not be deemed to be as an accused being identified by the witness by ruling out. So thereafter governing the proceeding, the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan on the strength of the judgment of the Honorable Lahore High Court also has referred in this judgment all the relevant rules and laws, particularly Lahore High Court, rules and orders of the Lahore High Court, and different circulars issued by the Government of Punjab on time to time with reference to the earlier judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan on this particular aspect of the matter. That judgment of the Honorable Lahore High Court has also been endorsed by the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan, construing the same very comprehensive and exhaustive on this very not only as many as in totality 16 judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan have also been referred. Those were rendered on the mode and manner of the identification parade and the particular reference to the identification procedure and of the identification parade. Why I have considered it as my bounden duty, because I have served at 2 stations so far as district and sessions judge, and presently serving as special judge anti-terrorism court, because keeping in view the situation, embarrassing situation which has been faced by a learned judicial magistrate who was of course summoned, but the Honorable Supreme Court and explanation was tendered by him if he has committed any dereliction of duty, so that any other learned judicial magistrate who is assigned this duty by the session judges to supervise the test identification may not confront with identical embarrassing situation. And it is also, before summing up this talk, it is my humble submission to the Honorable Superiors that our Judicial Academy, Punjab Judicial Academy in Lahore and Federal Judicial Academy in Islamabad, when the refresher courses be arranged in the light of the judgments of the Honorable Superior Courts, as I have discussed at my own, that the people, the experts be called, be assigned, who have gone through such like celebrated judgments for the guidance of the, normally because whoever starts his career as a magistrate, first class civil judge come judicial magistrate, and these kind of very significant duties are carried on by them during the currency of that respective portfolio and office. So they should be aware of the whole mechanism and procedure, relevant rules, especially the guidelines those have been provided by the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan. Furthermore, the other point which struck to my mind while discussing this esteemed judgment, which is also offshoot of, as I have said earlier, of a criminal appeal bearing 259 Asfandyar case, because nowadays this judgment has also been got circulated for the guidance of the judges and magistrate, and it provides us a complete guideline and instructions to observe the same in its letter and spirit. Thank you very much.